Hello and welcome to ElTigani Consult webinar. As dairy farmers, you're probably used to hiring consultants on the areas of fertility control, milking systems and nutrition, cow comfort and herd health, as well as mastitis. But in the next 45 minutes, we'll be focusing on the transformation of the lives of dairy farmers, restoring your competitive advantage to secure you a happy, credit-free, and financially secure life. So who is this for? This is for all farmers who are struggling to pay back their debts. Farmers who are accruing more debts not for expansion, but to pay back old credits. Let's take a look at farmer Mark Berg's story. I'm sure many of you would be able to relate to it.
So I just decided to make this little video for an update. Because I think people don't understand the situation of dairy farming right now. So it's just Monday morning at Trailside Dairy here in Pine Island. I've been here my whole life. My parents have been dairy farming my whole life. And literally just got done arguing with my dad. Just yelling, screaming back and forth. And it never used to be that way. It never did. And it's not our fault. It isn't. It isn't our fault. It isn't fair. But the comment that he ended with was, I've worked here 40 fucking years and I have less than what I started with. And it's true, My parents work harder than anybody I know. I can't keep up with them. I'm 26 years old and I can't keep up with my parents who are 60 years old. My mom is just go, 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 go. She just doesn't stop. She weighs freaking 90 pounds, stands like 5 feet tall and just goes like hell. Every day. And, it just isn't fair. Because people don't realize, the world doesn't revolve around money, right? We're not asking to make $1 million. We don't need to be rich. Life isn't about being rich. I've learned that a long time ago. It's not about having money. But when you literally work day in and day out, all the time, for nothing, you gain nothing. We've gained nothing. We're taking loans just to pay bills. And that's literally the current situation for a dairy farm. We got literally farmers committing suicide all the time. All the time. It's like not like a few. No, we're talking like 20 plus farmers committing suicide. Wives coming home to their husband dead in the house because they lost everything they've had and they feel like they failed every generation before them. It isn't fair. And I don't know what to do because everything's screwed. It's not just dairy farming. Crop farming's crap. Pigs are crap. Everything's crap. Anything farm related is completely just a waste of your time. And nobody realizes that. Nobody gets it because they just go to the grocery store and they get food and it's there. They don't realize the people that are literally losing their lives because they're working for nothing. The problem is I love these frickin' cows more than anything else. I don't want to do anything else, And then, I'm not financially stable enough to take over a farm. And you can't take over a business that's going to fail, And this is like a guaranteed failure. Dairy farming is like a guaranteed failure. Like, hey, sign up and fail. Great time. That's what it is. And what really irritated me the most is, so, this guy has been affecting, obviously for a while. My mom wrote a letter to the CEO of Land O'Lakes. And it's amazingly, I will give her this, she replied, and respect to her for actually reading that letter. That surprised the shit out of me, if I'm honest. She actually read that letter, and I don't know if she called my mom on the phone, and my mom talked to her, and her solution for our dairy farm, because just kind of an idea, my mom and dad are extremely frugal. They've never bought shit they don't need. They've always saved money, and that's why they're still here. If they weren't even penny pinchers their whole life, they would have nothing. They'd be bankrupt right now. We wouldn't have a farm, like tons of farms. Over the last 20 years, there's 50% less farms, if that tells you something. And they wouldn't have anything. They wouldn't have nothing. They'd be bankrupt. They'd be done farming years ago. But they've been penny pinchers, and they've saved their dimes, and they haven't spent, they don't buy crap they don't need. They drive around in pieces of shit vehicles, because, that's something that we don't drive very much. We just go to the local town or whatever, And, what she told my mom was, oh, well, we can help you find another job. Find another job? My mom wakes up at 5 in the morning or 4:30 every single fucking morning and works till 10 o'clock at night. Tell me where the fuck we're supposed to find another job. Like, wow, that was helpful. Thank you. Yeah, because that pretty much made my mom feel useless. Like, yeah, what you're doing isn't going to make you money, so you might as well try something else. This isn't about making money. This isn't about money. I just want a fair cut, I just want my family to be happy again. But I don't know.
People like Mark are in a sinking situation. It just keeps getting worse. They have no visible solution. They're trying to communicate with a different generation that just doesn't seem to understand or accept the current situation they're in. As well, their mental health has been clearly affected. They also get no attention from any legitimate authorities. People like Mark are driven out by big corporations like Landau Lakes. They have low level or no insurance and medical health care, have below average standard of living and work long, hard hours, and they keep accruing debts just to stay afloat. As hardworking, disciplined, and honest dairy farmers, you have an undeniable right to farm and live a prosperous life. It was once said that nothing of magnitude significance has ever been achieved without a revolution in thinking. So in the next 45 minutes, ElTigani Consult is prepared to help you improve your situation by increasing your margin to double or triple times what it is now. We will show you how hiring a competent herd manager and another milker would expand your operation, increase your profit, and leave your mental health in a state to flourish. Where a herd manager would assist you in things such as feeding, milking, record keeping, and ration formation. As for the milker, he would save you so much time and drive up your efficiency. Here are some house rules for today's webinar. First, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Second, this is not a situation where you will be doing nothing but clicking a button and making money. And finally, this is not how to fake being a competent farmer to get rich. You need to be a true farmer that has value that you can deliver to your customers. If you have that part covered, we can help unlock the floodgates of business to you. But without that, we can't help you if you aren't already dedicated to your craft and owning something of value. And finally, if you're not a real farmer and you think this is a get-rich-quick scheme, then it's been great having you. So does this sound like you? Let's watch a short video before we keep going. So we can see that the situation for farmers in Ohio is not very different than the way it is in Minneapolis. It's not the way we would like to see the dairy industry going, is a quote by a farmer in Ohio. She also said that the business has changed dramatically in the past 25 years. Profit margins are smaller and smaller, which often requires farms to get even larger to survive. There's a lot of milk out there, she said. Back in the grandfather's day, the milk prices were local. So who are farmers that are similar to Mark Berg and his family? Do you feel like there's an invisible ceiling on the amount of money you can make each month, which you just can't seem to crack? Do you feel frustrated of having too much credit accumulated and you need to take out more loans just to sort out old loans? Welcome to this workshop. Here is the real problem that's keeping you from your success. You are stuck in the old model. You haven't moved to the highly leveraged, profitable, and scientific new model of farming and agribusiness. In other words, being a farm entrepreneur rather than just a dairy farmer. So how do we take back what's ours? What is the solution and how do we work smart instead of working hard? Once you move to the new model, you will become debt-free. You will have enough extra time to spend with your loved ones. You will work fewer days a week, and you will have 42-day vacations every year to spend as you please. You will also be able to build your dream home. You will be able to drive the car you always wanted to drive. And if you have kids, you'll be able to send them to better schools. You'll also be able to afford premium medical insurance. In other words, you will be full of energy and a healthy, happy new life. We would like for you to get to know Dr. Ahmed ElTigani a bit more before we continue. Dr. Tigani established a small dairy farm in the UAE in Dubai with an accountant and a secretary. That same farm is now known as Rawabi Companies, a multi-million market-leading company in the industries of dairy and fresh juice. It's definitely a giant in the region. Dr. Tigani has been featured on many magazines including Forbes, The CEO, The Entrepreneur, and he was also chosen as one of the world's greatest leaders of Asia and the GCC in 2015. His company, Rawabi Company, was also part of the world's greatest brands in that same year. Now, Dr. Ahmed is not one of those gurus that just like to sing their own praise, but we would like to show you a couple of more videos that expand on Dr. Ahmed's experience, including an inside look on Rawabi Farms, starting by this interview that was conducted by CNN. It was also filmed in Rawabi Farm itself.
Well, many of the stories that we covered about food this year featured camels, incredibly important, of course, to nomadic shepherds in this region. Camels can take the heat. Cows, well, not so much. Earlier this year, John Jensen visited a Dubai dairy farm, keeping its cows cool in the desert.
The Arabian desert might be the last place you'd expect to find a dairy farm. But on the outskirts of Dubai, there are around 12,000 cows providing much of the milk for residents of this hot emirate.
It's reducing the temperature out.
Dr. Ahmed ElTigani's job is keeping them cool.
In summer, we reach temperature of 48, 49, 50. And at the same time, you will have humidity going 98, 99. So it's really very horrible for the cows.
ElTigani runs Dubai's largest dairy farm. It's called El Rawabi, or Hills in Arabic. There are, however, no green pastures here, which can be problematic for a business that depends on imported Holsteins from northern Germany and Holland. ElTigani invested in this cooling system to help. Misting fans that reduce heat in the sheds by 20 degrees Celsius. He also built shaded walkways, even showers. Managers here say cool cows are productive cows.
The idea to have the cooling system to cool them down and to get more milk from them and to reduce the health issue.
So far, it's working. Every 8 hours, cows are milked. They line up, reverse in, and the automated parlor milkers begin. Each cow here averages 30 liters per day. That's up 10 liters from 2012 before the showers were built. It also matches output of cows in big dairy-producing countries like the US or New Zealand. El Rawabi opened in 1989 with just 500 cows. Before then, most milk in Dubai was imported. El Rawabi can now produce 55 bottles a minute, 180,000 liters of milk each day, making it one of the 3 biggest brands sold in the UAE's growing dairy market.
Now, this isn't the only dairy farm in the desert. Rawabi has several competitors not too far from here. In fact, one of its biggest ones is just next door in Saudi Arabia. Al Marai, it's called. It's one of the biggest in the world, in fact, with over 100,000 cows.
Farming out here is not cheap, though. The hay is all imported, and cooling units each cost nearly $7,000, and they only cover 12 cows. It could cost the environment even more. El Rawabi's electricity and water bills alone are in the millions each year. ElTigani, though, is trying to use less.
We are recycling our water, and we have a treatment plant. The water coming from the milking parlors and all of the water coming from the farm, we treat it and we recycle it back, just to reduce the consumption of water.
Despite the costs, ElTigani says the company still makes a profit, with 4% margins. He even plans on expanding, bringing 6,000 more cows to the desert, no matter what it takes to keep them cool.
Well, looks pretty easy for cows, doesn't it? What about our cameras? Up next, a rare look behind the scenes as our crews deal with the heat and the rain while filming inside the Middle East.
Here's another video that was conducted by National Geographic Abu Dhabi that would expand a bit more on Al Rawabi and its operations.
Back in 1989, the market was totally different than today's market. There was only one company producing fresh milk, and it was not enough. Most of the people were buying powder milk, long life milk. So I thought, if I want to ensure that the consumers get access to fresh milk, I have to establish a dairy farm. And the dairy farm must be here in Dubai. We started with only 500 pregnant heifers imported from Germany. Only 3 people, myself, 1 secretary and 1 accountant. Now we have 15,000 milking cows. We have 1,880 people working in the company. We are distributing to 13,300 outlets every day. At that time, I found all companies are selling milk in half liter and 1 liter, and I had to bring something new and to catch the eyes of the consumers. So I was the first company to introduce family size back in 1994, 2 liters, then 3 liters, then 1 gallon. And that gave us market share.
To keep the cows happy, first we have to keep the cows in a good environment. They should have good beddings where they are lying down. Second thing, to keep the cows healthy, we need to give them the good food. We have a nutritionist who is from USA, so he is one responsible to arranging all balanced nutrients for their growth and giving the good milk production. Thirdly, the good cooling system.
We are killing that water to reduce the temperature of the water from 40 degrees during summer to 15 degrees. And also we have a walkway. When the cow moves to the milking area, they will not be under stress because that walkway having shade, and also there is a motion sensor for spraying water automatic whenever the cow passes in that walkway.
We use the modern technology as well, that is the activity sensors. So our cows are having the tag here on the neck there. It helps us to monitor the cow's activity.
Al Rawabi is a dairy company where we have the farm only about 250 meters far away from the plant. So when we milk the cow, immediately in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it reaches the plant. Processed, go to the consumer, so it's fresh. That's why the company philosophy Freshness in every drop, every day.
The whole process starts at the farm, and we are very lucky that the farm is very close to our production plant. So our task in the production plant is to keep that quality and freshness of the product all the way up to final consumer.
Starts with the receiving of raw milk. Approximately around 350,000 liters of milk is received every day, passing through all the stringent quality parameters. It comes in an insulated stainless steel road tanker, so milk remains at the same temperature with the same nutritional values. After receiving milk, it goes through the processing. Processing consists of milk separation, milk homogenization, milk pasteurization.
And one more process which is a little bit hidden will be the fermentation. They are enhanced by a longer shelf life and making even product more functional for the human diet.
Last step is filling of milk into bottles and transferred to the cold storage, from where it is distributed all over UAE within 24 hours.
It is our commitment to deliver fresh product to the consumer. So in the early morning, if you go, Rawabi products available all across the market with a high freshness products.
I was very surprised to learn that 80% of the inhabitants are deficient in vitamin D.
Vitamin D deficiency is unfortunately a latent disease. We will face with the problems in a later age when we come to the 60s or 70s, and it will cause the problems with the bones and muscles. So it's very important to treat it on time. We try to help with that problem by introducing to the market our product vitamin D milk.
Then we discussed with also Ministry of Health what are the other debilitating diseases which they have concern about. They said obesity, diabetes, hypertension.
We are trying to develop some products which are targeting these problems. That is why we are continuing in the same direction, introducing to the market good functional products which will help with the nation's health.
We have done market survey. We found that many of the consumers, even they don't know Rawabi is a UAE product. So we designed this farm visit.
So when they come and visit the farm, they know that milk is from the farm. When they come and visit the plant, they know that milk is filled in this plant. So it is a more of educating the consumers about the milk. So these visits are really helping the consumers as well as Rawabi to be transparent in our operation.
Our intention in the future is one day, hopefully, people will not use chemicals from pharmacies. They can consume natural food to overcome their debilitating chronic diseases.
Al Rawabi Dairy Company have a very good collaboration with Dubai Health Authority and Ministry of Health, sourcing information about problems what nation has.
I was very surprised to learn that 80% of the inhabitants are deficient in vitamin D.
Vitamin D deficiency is unfortunately a latent disease. It will cause the problems with the bones and muscles, so it's very important to treat it on time. We try to help with that problem by introducing to the market our product vitamin D milk.
The second is the diabetes, and now we are developing a product to reduce the blood sugar.
And we produce 100% juices. These are all made from fruit juice concentrates procured from different parts of the world, like mango from India and apple from Austria, where there is no added sugar.
The third problem is obesity, especially children obesity and hypertension.
In the same time, we have research centers in Japan, in Finland, in the USA, who are giving us more information about the problem we want to solve out.
We developed the NutriBoost by calculating the requirements of the body for 8 hours. Fiber, energy, vitamins. And in the morning, you sip just this 200 ml of NutriBoost and it will keep you good till lunchtime. For the cow to give high quality of milk and to give all of the ingredients that the consumer require, it must be a happy cow.
Example, we implemented cow activity software in the all cows.
They have that chips to support the production, to support the health for the cow, to support high quality of milk.
And it is indication system for the veterinarian for the health team, for the breeder, even for the maintenance people. And also the feeding, they have to check their formula recipe of the feed.
We are working with our consultant in the United States, visiting us 4 times per year. We check the recipe, we check all the ingredients, and we make our plan. When they are happy, they eat, they make us happy.
So our consumers are happy because they are getting fresh, natural milk with high protein, high vitamins, high minerals.
As you can see, Dr. Tigani has succeeded in establishing a Rawabi dairy farm from just a small farm to become a market leader in the dairy industry with a turnover of $300 million per year. Rawabi started as just a small farm. Under the consultancy and leadership of Dr. Tigani, he was able to take it into the largest dairy company in the region. On a daily basis, they supply to about 14,400 outlets, with the total number of the herd being 18,000. In case you're not already impressed, Rawabi is using the latest technology. The company is the first one to produce functional dairy products that tackle real, fundamental health issues, such as vitamin D deficiency, obesity, and diabetes. For more information on Rawabi Company and their services, please visit www.rawabidairy.com. Here is another short video by National Geographic Abu Dhabi with more information on Rawabi Farms.
We started in 1989. We are a farm that is located here in UAE. Our products are certain commodities which are used in the day-to-day life of our customers. So we are ensuring that we actually treat our customers like family here at Al Rawabi. And we really want to be as transparent with our customers as possible.
We have done market survey. We found that many of the consumers, even they don't know Rawabi is a UAE product.
And the parents are very concerned about what they're feeding their kids as well.
So we designed this farm visit. We have trained 6 ladies. They provide tour to the whole farm.
Family tours on weekends.
We are here today to show our kids where the milk comes from.
For us, it's very important to show our kids that animals are treated well and to let them know that it's okay that you can actually go and pet a cow as well. I think this has have been an experience for the whole family, and it's definitely something that we will do again anytime.
And we letting school and university students come here and let it be an educational trip for them. Whenever the kids are coming over, I look forward to meeting them, hearing their questions. In fact, I love the look on their face when they see the cows and the shock they have because they realize that there are cows in Dubai and they can actually see real live cows.
So when they come and visit the farm, they know that milk is from the farm. When they come and visit the plant, they know that milk is filled in this plant.
We are also inviting people to our farm festival. The farm festival, last year, it has been visited by 180,000 people to the farm. People enjoyed their time here. We had games for the children and for older people. Our buses were taking them around. They visit the dairy museum.
They go very satisfied, they go very happy, and that's what we are trying, that the trust between the brand and our customers should always be very strong.
So let's get to the new model. Once you move to the new model, you will have complete control over who you work with, how you work with them, and the prices that you can command. Did you know that you have a choice to who you can sell your milk? You will also be able to generate more income and have enough money to hire more people to help you in your new transformed agribusiness. There are 7 transformations that need to happen in your agribusiness if you want to enjoy the life of the new you. Number 1, you must stop being a generalist and instead define your mountain and own it. For example, LeBron James doesn't play baseball one week and then basketball the next. Basketball is LeBron's mountain. He defined it, owned it, and defends it. So, Define what your area of mastery is and then climb to the top of that mountain and defend it like hell. It's a lot easier than you think to be the best in the world at one thing, but almost impossible to be at multiple things. There are so many other opportunities out there apart from only selling your raw milk to the co-ops. Number 2, you must be prepared to think outside the box as a businessman rather than a dairy farmer. Number 3, you must be prepared to think about other opportunities that will make you rich from dairy farming that is so sacred to all of us. Number 4, you need to go out and visit the market so as to know about the new opportunities that are waiting for you. We'll teach you how to outsource, what to look for and where to look for it, as well as how to compare and study pricing between the finished product and the final price the consumer is paying for. Number 5, use inbound marketing and know your numbers. Move to an agribusiness model while keeping an eye on marketing, product development, advertising, and finance. Number 6, move the conversation offline. We need to discuss how you can maximize your raw milk income. So attract people to your business with paid advertising. Tell them about what you do and encourage farm tours to show them your farm. You can also get your community involved and educate the kids about the calves and cows. Number 7, invest in mentorship and learn from somebody who has actually done it. If you wanted to go to the Cayman Islands, would you charter a plane and get behind the controls yourself with no training, no map, and no co-pilot to guide you? So then why the hell would you try and charter your own business to triple your income without a mentor and a proven system? Dr. ElTigani has spent a lot of money in educating himself at Harvard, Wharton's, and took all Franklin Covey's workshops in leadership and got a PhD from Royal Veterinary College and attended more than 100 advanced workshops on this topic. He's prepared to share all of that knowledge and experience with you. Believe us when we say there is a shortcut and an easier way. It's with mentorship from somebody who has a proven system and who has actually done it. Now, basically, you have 2 options at this point. Number 1, you can go at it alone, spend tens and thousands, probably hundreds of thousands figuring this stuff out and get frustrated wasting 3 to 10 years of your life. Or option number 2, you can learn the proven system firsthand from somebody who has not just done it, but actually mastered it and is one of the best in the world at it. Now, if you're smart and you go with option number 2 and decide to work with Dr. ElTigani, here's what you're in for in terms of results. Here's an example of a rough timeline that we give to clients. Within the first week, we run online stakeholder interviews with family members. During the second week, we will discuss together the plan for transformation for you and your farm from a dairy farmer to an agribusiness. During week 3 to week 4, we will have regular meetings online to discuss the formation of the plan. And that is just the first month. So if this sounds like you and you want to skyrocket your business income to 3 times more than what it is, let's get to work. In terms of next steps, over the next 5 days, we set aside some time to talk to you to see if we can help. We would need your address, telephone number, and your email address so we can fix you an appointment with Dr. ElTigani to talk together on how to make the transformation for your farming and your personal life. Thank you for being here. We look forward to embarking on this journey with you.